Hey guys, welcome back to this Nuke to Maya tutorial where we're going to be compositing a 3D object in Maya onto this little palette coffee table. So in this class we're going to look at how we can export this data into Maya, where we can then create our own 3D asset or add our own maybe character, photoreal object or anything like that onto this table, render out and then composite it back together in Nuke. So if you missed the first video, make sure you check out the first one where we tracked this data, where we tracked this in order to keep this cube still on the table. So this is our placeholder. We're going to send this actually to Maya as well, just so we've got like a reference point, and also our 3D camera. So basically we're going to have this scene, what we can see here, in Maya. To do that, we need to export it as what we call an alembic file format. And this is just a file format that, if you've heard of stuff like FBX, OBJ, where you can kind of transfer 3D objects to different different bits of software, like potentially After Effects, Maya, Houdini, and all that kind of stuff. This is how we would transfer this data. It's more like a universal file format that all 3D programs understand. So to do this, I need to copy and paste my camera. So I'm just going to Command C or Control C, depending on what your operating system you're on, and then just click just to the left somewhere and press V, Control V to paste it. So just copy and paste in the camera. So I've got camera 2. I'm going to create another scene node. So we've got a scene 2 node. I'm going to move the cube over here. So now we've got camera 2, scene 2, and the cube. And you should have this kind of link from the tracking data as well. And finally, we're going to write this out. So we're going to export this out. So in Nuke, we use write nodes, and if you used to just export normally in Nuke, you'd be using the write node, but there's also a write geo node as well. So I'm going to select that one. It's worth pointing out, if you're using a educational license for Nuke, this won't work, unfortunately. So this is where you get a bit unstuck. I found that out the hard way. I've done all this work before and then got to this point where you can let you track everything, and then the write node doesn't actually work. So I just thought I'd point that out. So we're going to have to save this somewhere. So I'm going to come over to the write geo properties, and I'm going to click somewhere to save this. So I've got something set up already. I've actually been working on my OneDrive, so I'm going to actually make a new folder here. So I'm just going to call this Nuke Tracking. I'll click OK. Let's just make it here for now. I'm going to call this table track .abc. Now it's very important that you write the .abc, because this is the file extension which tells Nuke that it's going to be an alembic file we're exporting here. So table track, I'll just add camera in there as well, because it's camera exporting here. This doesn't matter, but the end bit does, .abc. Click open, and you'll now see that the Nuke properties recognise the file extension I've created there and typed .abc. So this is going to create everything. So we've got the point clouds, cameras, and all that kind of stuff. And we need a frame range, so we need to make sure we get the right frame range. It's going to be 50 to 200. So let's type in 50 to 200. So, right, we've got all that ready to go, and now all we need to do is click execute, and it shouldn't take too long. Just make sure you add that in there, 50 to 200. I don't know why. You can change it back to global actually as well, which works. And just click OK, and that should export pretty quickly. So now I'm going to jump over to Maya.